try to learn more about spiritual wisdom. Part of spiritual wisdom, we have basically five important the pillars of the spirituality we need to understand. First is meditation, next is vegetarianism, the third one is swadhyaya, fourth one is sajjana sangatya, fifth one is pyramid power. Okay, these are the five pillars of the spirituality, especially friends. And also, these are the five pillars of our PSSM, Pyramid Spiritual Society's movement, has laid down. Our Guruji, beloved Guruji, has laid down the foundation for these, the foundational principles, foundational elements of spirituality are five in number. So these five are to be practiced throughout your life. Why we need to practice? You have to become a master of your life, friends. So let's understand in totality why spirituality is needed. First of all, why you joined into this workshop, holistic wellness program. You are joined to this program. The aim of this program is to make you happy and healthy on this earth planet, as I mentioned earlier. So how do you become happy or blissful? Through practice of spirituality. Of course, to become healthy, your physical body aspects like food and health, the practices of lifestyle practices and food practice has to be taken care for a physical body, for a mind and your soul, mind, intellect, and soul, whatever. So these aspects need to be taken care with the help of so-called spirituality or spiritual wisdom or meditation. Especially when you talk about spirituality, the primary thing is meditation. The part of the primary and more important the tool of the so-called spiritual wisdom or spirituality is nothing but a meditation, my dear friends. Okay, so let's understand why do we need to learn spiritual wisdom. First of all, my dear friends, we all are human beings. We are all the human beings. We born onto this earth planet because of our past karmas and the future design and the future upcoming, whatever we would like to achieve. So with the various things, the various factors, we all came to the earth planet. We born as a human beings on this earth planet. Of course, we're all normal beings. Like, we may be average persons or maybe normal human beings. We may not be so powerful, so highly evolved beings. May not be required. But we all want to grow, we want to evolve into the higher life beings, isn't it? So we have to grow to the higher life beings. That means we want to evolve ourselves into the higher realm of wisdom. So that's the purpose of our own life. Every human life, my dear friends, on this earth planet. So the goal and purpose of every human life is the enjoyment, entertainment, enlightenment. These are the three purposes. Always remember. Okay. These are the three purposes we all come to the earth planet. Try to remember this point. So it means everybody need to be enjoyable, entertaining always, and also enlightenment. All these are aspects of our day-to-day life, my dear friends. Now, so being born as a human being on this earth planet, we are lacking of certain things. Everybody will be born in different, different places and different, different life spectrums, especially. Everybody is not same. Born onto the earth planet, everybody is not same. Everybody is not vested with the same skills, different skills. One may be one may become teacher or a professor or a shoemaker or a, labor, contractor, painter, engineer, a doctor, so-called, so many things. A different variants of physical life, everyone will achieve after coming over to the earth planet. But in any profession, in whichever the profession you are into, right? Whichever the profession you may be into, but you must be happy, rejoicing, enjoying all the time. That is your true nature. So that's what the birthright of every person to be happy and rejoicable and blissful throughout your life on this earth planet. Though you may be shoemaker, you may be a shoemaking person, right? Or you may be a painter, doesn't matter. Being a painter also, you must be a master. What is the mastery? What is the mastery we all need to achieve? Friends, if anybody in any position, given any position you achieve in this life, because of your own birth into different family, you may be a poor person, a rich person, or you may be a healthy person, you may be an unhealthy person, you're a doctor, you're an engineer, can be anything, but you can still be happy and blissful. How it is possible? The possibility is, only the possibility is in order to understand yourself first, my dear friends. So what happens is most of the times we try to understand about all the outside things. Try to understand. We always go across the entire world. We try to learn about everything. We try to learn about physical sciences, chemical sciences, metallurgical sciences, computer engineering, mechanical engineering, civil engineering, and we do many things. We try to go through the great research about so-called the medical research, or maybe in your astronomical research or aeronautical engineering. You do many things. All these are materialistic sciences. We are all well versed in the outer things, my dear friends, outside of us, outside things, outside sciences, the external sciences. We are all well versed. We are so proficient in all those things. But one thing we are lacking is we never study. We missed studying of ourselves. We miss studying of ourselves. So that is where the problem starts. That's where the problem starts. The problem is not started because you are not a shoemaker, you are a painter, you are an engineer, you are a doctor. Doesn't matter. It is not the way, that is not going to decide your happiness, your contentment, your satisfaction, your own the inner fulfillment is only basing on your own understanding, how much you understood about yourself, how much you studied about yourself. Friends, when we study ourselves, we get to know so many answers to ourselves, so many bothering questions, so many everlasting questions which have been haunting us from the childhood. What are those? Those questions may be: why I'm born to this family? Why I'm suffering? What is the reason for my great loss in the business? Why I'm particularly like this? Why that person is so rich and being happy always? Without his much effort, he's very happy. With a lot of effort, with the doing all the things in the right manner, still I am suffering, still I am going through some crisis, right? Many questions are there. Why my child with the just by birth itself is disabled? Why a particular family is suffering with a great amount of health crisis? So there are many questions in the human, for the human life. There are several questions will be haunting. What is the meaning of death? What is the meaning of birth? So why before death, before birth, where I was? After the death, where do I go? What are the reasons for this so-called miseries of this physical life? What are the so many what are the so many reasons? What are the so many mysteries? How do you understand the mysteries of this so-called universe? How do you understand the mysteries of what are the mysteries of the life itself? How do we achieve the mastery over these so-called miseries? Whatever the miseries we are facing day to day life, how do we achieve the mastery? How do we overcome them? I have so many questions in my life. Everybody will have so many questions. How do we answer? From where do we get the answers? Yes, you have to got to study the so-called spiritual science. Unless you study the spiritual science, that is why spiritual science is a life science. Spiritual science is going to provide you the complete education about yourself. That is studying your own self, studying yourself, trying to analyze yourself and trying to understand your own true nature, true form, trying to understand your own true form, your own true nature. That is nothing but spiritual science, spiritual wisdom, my dear friends. So that is why every one of us have to study this life science or this self science, self study. I can call it as a self study, self analysis, self science. That is spiritual science. Spiritual science is the mother of all the other sciences on this earth planet, my dear friends. It is a mother of all the other sciences. Wherever physical science ends, the spiritual science begins. Right? That's what you need to understand, my dear friends. So that is why is highly mandatory. Even the children, they have to start from beginning. They cannot start from after the some more age old and all these things. It's not possible. See, whenever you are a child, a children, what will happen if you start doing this practice of spirituality, spiritual wisdom, knowing spiritual wisdom, practicing? So as I told you, the main part of the spiritual wisdom, spirituality is meditation. Meditation is the core. That is the core tool which is very much given by our so-called great sages and saints of ancient India. They are given us. So being practicing this so-called the meditation, the main part of the spiritual wisdom, spirituality is the meditation. So as a child, if you start doing practice of meditation, knowing spiritual wisdom from the childhood, what will happen? Friends, he will become a great master. He'll become a great master of his own mind, great master of his own life. So once he become a great master of his mind, master of his life, then eventually he get enlightened very easily, my dear friends. So otherwise, what happens? So many lives, he has to come back and go back. See, whatever we take number of lives on this earth planet, my dear friends, all we come here is in order to get enlightened, in order to get the self-realization. So our true form, what is our true form? Who am I? Who am I? What I am really? Am I this physical body? Am I this mind? Am I this buddhi, intellect? Am I beyond all these things? I need to understand. I got to understand all these things on this earth planet itself. Otherwise, you have to go back and you have to come back. Adi Shankaracharya says, what he says? Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Punarapi maranam, punarapi jananam. Always you have to come back and go back. I mean, you have to come back and then you have to go back. So that means birth and death both will be cyclic in nature, my dear friends, unless you get self-realization in this life or any other life. So, my dear friends, when we become a master of mind, master of our own life, then everything else falls in the place properly. What will happen is most of the times we will be worried, we will be getting into a lot of problems, with the false images, all the so-called the false beliefs and false, so-called the false understanding about ourselves, about our outside also. What we always truly believe is all the outside, whatever you are looking at, you feel that it is a permanent. Nothing is permanent here. Everything comes and goes, including the earth and stars and galaxies and our body, our physical body, our this whole earth, mother earth, everything comes now, and at certain point of time, everything will vanish. You can imagine there is no permanency here. There is only temporary, my dear friends. Being having this great understanding about the whole universe, about your own self, friends. So how do you understand about your own self? With the only practice of meditation, you can understand about yourself more and more deeper perspective with the help of meditation, my dear friends. That is why, so what we need to do to understand ourselves, to become a master, to become a master of your own life, you have to first become a master of your own mind. Let me tell you, your mind, especially, is a mind which is going to cause the bandhan, is going to cause moksha. That means my mind itself is responsible, is for the to create the bondage, karmic bondage, or to create the liberation or moksha. For both the things, mind itself is the source. So then how do we take care of it? We need to control it. We need to control means we need to become a master over the mind. How do we become a master over the mind? By regular practice of meditation, my dear friends, and also by regular reading of spiritual books, and by regular association with the people, the seekers of the truth, or the great masters of the truth. We need to be associated with that. That is called Sajjana Sangatya. So all these things, so all put together, what we need to do is we need to continuously practice. Then only you become a master of your own mind, my dear friends. So, and also understand, so this is with respect to spiritual perspective I'm talking about, right? So in order to, once you become a master of your mind and master of your life, then you don't need to come back again and again to this earth planet, my dear friends. It means you'll be finishing all your learnings on this earth planet, then you don't need to come back again in the next life, because you already finished your learnings because of your own practice of the early childhood practice of your own meditation, isn't it? So if you start practicing from early childhood, see, when you become aged, what happen? Your knees will not bend, your body cannot sit properly, your body cannot sit erected for a long time. Then how do you practice meditation? So basically, meditation means making your incessant, continuous wandering of mind to become silent. That means, so even Patanjali Maharshi says, Yogaha Chitta Vritti Nirodha. It means we are going to reduce the number of thoughts. We are going to make the thought pattern, the continuous, the wavering thoughts and continuous wavering mind to become silent. Right? We are going to stop the continuous passage of thoughts. across the mind. That is called meditation. That is the purpose of meditation. To do that, you need to sit for more and more time. You have to give more and more time for the meditation. Then obviously it gives you the control over your mind, isn't it? It gives you a lot of control over your mind. Then whenever you wanted, you can switch off your mind just like that. So that is the power you will receive, my dear friends. So this is what achieved by all the great gurus, all the great masters of the ancient India. Just imagine, my dear friends. So we are maybe enough in all of us, we are the great engineers and doctors, and the president of India, everybody, the so-called the highly professional people, the highly great doctors, they're all going to the the great master, Arunachalam, right? So that is Tiruvannamalai, so to the Ramana Maharshi. Why do we go there? What is the reason we all go there and sit in front of him? Do you think he has studied more than anything, higher graduation, post graduation? Nothing like that. The whatever the materialistic education he has got is very minimal. But all the highly educated, highly professional people, and even President of India, so called, so that those days of President of India is to go and sit with him and seek the wisdom. What kind of wisdom? That is called self wisdom. That is called spiritual science, my dear friends. Spiritual wisdom, they are all seeking from the master. Imagine what did he study, how he became a great master. You understand first. So when you understand that, you will come to know the secret behind this. So he, especially Ramana Maharshi, being a guru, he has become a guru, he became a master by practicing of meditation, by practicing of his own Mauna Sadhana. When he has done his own sadhana, he became a great master of his own mind and master of his life. Then now he is ready to coach even the highly educated people. Then imagine which education is better now, which education is more eternal in nature, which education is more powerful in nature. That is spiritual wisdom, spiritual science, what we say, that is highly, the highly evolved science wherein it can guide all other sciences, or all the experts in all other sciences will be guided and will be put into the track, by this so-called gurus of, the spiritual science. That's what happening. Even we used to go to the Swami Vivekananda, Swami Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, and so-called Anibishent, Blavatsky, right? So Ramana Maharshi, so like this Yogananda Paramahamsa. So there are so many masters across India. Gautam Buddha, Lord Jesus Christ, isn't it? So all these great masters, they all became not because of high education, my dear friends, because of their own study, their own self-study. It's called self-study. So this is what we also need to do. So then what will happen? They all became, eternally happy. All these great masters, why they are attracting so many people towards them? Because they are most happiest beings. They are blissful persons on this earth planet. So they will attract all the people towards them. That is the same way. So why we also need to become masters like them. And in one life, this life or next life, we have to become like that. Unless we become like that, then we can never be happy. We can never seek the so-called the eternal happiness. We always will be temporarily happy, and never again and again we fall into the trap, this so-called materialistic life. Then we'll become again and again unhappy. Then we lose our energy. A lot of energy we'll be losing, my dear friends. So that's why I would like to come to the point that, so being in the materialistic life, what will happen is we make continuous thoughts. Okay, per day 60,000 number of thoughts we make approximately. I'm telling you. So then what will happen when you make 60,000 of number of thoughts across the mind? It removes a lot of our own pranic energy, our own bodily energy will go out. Then we become drained out of our energy. Then by the day evening, what will happen? We become drained out of energy. Then we become powerless. So that is where, my dear friends, that is why the nature has given a gift, sleep. That's called sleep. You have to go to the sleep. Unless otherwise you go to sleep, next day morning you will not be ready to work. The reason is in the sleep we get recharged by ourselves. In the deep sleep, especially friends, in the 6 to 8 hours sleep, in the midnight, somewhere in the midnight, 1 hour deep sleep happen. That's called susupta sthiti. That's called ghada nidra. That is deep sleep. In that deep sleep, what happens? From us, there is something called astral body. Astral body, sukshma sarira. It goes out into the astral universe. It sucks the cosmic energy. a great amount of pranic energy, and it's come back. But we are in the unconscious mode, in the sleep time. The similar job is the similar effect is there with the meditation. So meditation is nothing but a conscious sleep. The sleep is nothing but unconscious meditation. You need to understand this. So that means, so if you go into the meditation, similar effect you can achieve whatever you achieve in the so-called the deep sleep, but consciously. In the meditation, what happen? Whatever we lose in day-to-day life, my dear friends, many of us will be doing a lot of stressful works. Being in any position, whatever the position you are into, right? You are going to so-called dissipate great amount of energy from your physical body, or especially your own the human system. When you lose lot of amount of energy, how do we gain back? Unless otherwise you gain back your energy, so called your prana shakti, your mental energy, your bodily energy. If you don't gain back, you will fall into the so called diseases. That's how the diseases starts in the physical body. That is why many a times, even the so-called the scientific paternity, they have decided, they already declared 95% of diseases comes to the physical body because of so-called your own mind-borne diseases. That is called psychosomatic effect. What is psychosomatic? Psycho means mind, soma means body. Whatever the psycho, from the mind, whatever the diseases are introduced, inflicted because of your own mind, they are called psychosomatic diseases. They are 95% in the quantity. That's what they decided. It means you can imagine what is the importance of mind now. Your mind has to be utilized in a very, very gracious way, very, very judicious way. You should not use your mind for every small things. If you don't have anything to do, if you don't want to do anything, just keep your mind set down, set down your mind. Setting down your mind is nothing but so-called meditation. So బావిలోని మౌన, so మనసులోని శూన్య. That means in the mouth, whatever we emptiness, that means we don't speak anything, it's called mauna. Whatever we don't think anything in the mind, it's called so-called meditation, dhyana. Right? So you got to do all these things whenever you don't have anything to do with any outside world. Always you need to conserve your energy, physical energy, my dear friends. In the meditation, what happens now? Consciously we try to increase our energy. We try to increase more and more energy. So how we do that? Especially friends. So we will be studying that with the form of PPT also. I'll be presenting these some of the important points. Then we'll be able to understand. So there are laws of meditation also. When we practiced, today we have practiced the meditation. This meditation is anapanasati meditation. This practice of this meditation can be done anytime, any age, any person, from any age to any age they can do. Only thing is, if you are able to sit and observe the breath, if you are able to, suppose if some people are already fallen sick, they are bedridden, then on the bed itself they can start practicing this meditation, so called anapanasati meditation. They can keep practicing. That's not a problem, my dear friends. And how much duration this meditation can be practiced? This meditation can be practiced to the amount of duration is equal to the amount of age. If you are 40 years age, that means minimum amount of time meditation has to be done is 40 minutes. This meditation can be practiced. Preferably give 1 hour gap after your food. Do not practice meditation after 1 hour of your food. You should not practice this, because otherwise you will get into the sleep, isn't it? So likewise, friends, so this anapanasati meditation is very, very essential in order to, first thing is, in order to lead the physical life, a healthy life. So let me tell you, especially by practicing meditation, I told you, you will achieve the great amount of energy. You will be able to conserve your energy. First of all, when you do meditate, what happens? You are stopping your mind, you are stopping your physical body. Your physical body, you are getting into the so-called sthira sukha asana. That means you're not using any of the physical organs now in the meditation. You will be conserving a lot of bodily energy, physical energy. At the same time, by closing your eyes, especially our eyes are the doorways for the outside world. So by closing your eyes, you are going to almost save about 80% of bodily energy dissipation. That means you are conserving bodily energy by stopping your mind, not thinking anymore in the meditation. By stopping the mind, by stopping the thoughts, you are going to save lot of cost, lot of mental energy. It means you are conserving bodily energy, conserving lot of mental energy. Togetherly, what happen? You are going to conserve lot of your own human body energy. So that is the effect of meditation. Not only that. So when we do the meditation, what will happen, my dear friends? So the especially meditation, this anapanasati meditation is governed by three laws. Let me tell you three laws. What are the three laws of this anapanasati meditation? Number one, when as I already we practiced in the meditation today, so when we observe the breath, when we close the eyes and start observing the breath, what will happen? Slowly, the breath becomes slow, it's very much slow, and also thoughts also gets slowly subsidized, and thoughts slowly gets down, and thoughts get slowly empty, right? So that's the first law. So what is the first law? When we observe the breath, your thoughts becomes empty. Your mind becomes slowly empty. That is called the first law of meditation. Science of meditation has got three laws, three grand happenings. The first grand happening is when we observe the breath, natural flow of breath by closing eyes, natural flow of breath. When you observe, your mind becomes empty. That's the first law. What is the second law? When our mind becomes empty, my dear friends, we have something called the Sahasrara Chakra. Here, the something called Brahmarandra on the top of the head. So when our mind becomes empty, the huge amount of cosmic energy, that's called universal energy, flows into our physical body through the Brahmarandra. That is the second law. What is the third law? So when we receive the huge amount of when our physical body is filled with the huge amount of cosmic energy, when our mind became empty, what happens is the huge amount of cosmic energy is going to cleanse the entire nadi mandala. That's called energy body, the etheric body. So etheric body or the energy body, inside that there are 2,72,000 nadis. So all these nadis will be getting cleansed. It's called nadi mandala suddhi happens. It's called cleansing of all your energy tubes. It go on happen. Why these energy tubes are already blocked or so-called, got lot of blockages in the energy tubes. All these blockages of energy tubes inside your etheric body because of your own past karmas, your own past life. So many past lives you have spent. This is not the first life you came here. You might have come here on the earth planet several times, number of hundreds of times. More or less, every human being who is born as a just fresh born child soul has to travel through 400 lives on this earth planet or any other planet in the universe. They have to take about 400 lives in order to get the enlightenment, my dear friends. Please note this point. It means, so this is not the first birth or second birth. You might have come here number of births, especially people who have participated in the June. You're all seeking the true wisdom. You're all seeking the eternal wisdom. It means you came here in order to seek and in order to understand the so-called permanent wisdom. It means you are in the higher evolved state of soul. You are in the higher evolved status soul, or you are in the higher lifetimes. That means you are in the higher, you are leading the higher lifetimes. Otherwise, you cannot have any purpose of sitting in this session and learning this kind of a higher form of wisdom. It is not possible. It doesn't allow you. Your past karmas will not allow you. If your past karmas are so many, and if you are not, and if you are not in the higher form of lives, that means not in the higher evolved state of life, you will never come to in this session. So that I mean, you are eligible. That means you are eligible means you are in the evolved state of life, my dear friends. So that's how you need to understand. So that is the reason, friends. So when we try to understand all these things, so it means the third law of meditation. So let me finish that. Third law of meditation says, so whenever the entire energy body is go on getting cleansed, all your past life karmas are go on getting cleansed, what will happen? When the complete Nadi Mandala Suddhi finished, that means completely happening, complete Nadi Mandala Suddhi energy body is getting completely cleansed, then so your own third eye activation is called the Agna Chakra. This Agna Chakra gets activated. So that's what we need to understand. So our third eye activation happens only when all your past karmas in the energy body gets cleansed. It's called Gnanagni Dagda Karmanam. In the Bhagavad Gita, we learn what we learn? Jnana Agni Dagda Karmana. That means whatever we receive, the great amount of jnana, the great amount of spiritual wisdom, great amount of energy through the spirituality that's going to burn all your karmas, then you become karma free. karma-less person. So once you become karmic-free person, then what will happen? You have no more births, no more births coming back. No, there's no question of coming back to the Earth planet. You will finish everything in this life itself, my dear friends. So that's how. So that all depends on your own practice. How much time you are giving to your own meditation practice, sadhana. So for your own mastery. So that means, friends, so now third law says, so you will become a master of your own life. So when you will become a master of life. So third law says, so your own entirely, your nadi mandala suddhi happens, your third eye get activated. When you get third eye activated, what will happen? You will understand about your own self. That is the final culmination of the so-called the spiritual process. That is the culmination. What is the end point? End point is activation of your own third eye. Once your third eye is activated, you will be able to understand about yourself, about the universe, what is the reality, what is the real truth, what is the eternal truth. You will be able to understand. So what is the truth? The truth is, friends, so we are not the physical body, we are not the physical mind, we are not the physical intellect, we are beyond all these three things. We are the true eternal soul consciousness. We are the soul consciousness, we are the soul being, we are the true soul beings. To understand that, your third eye activation is very mandatory. That will happen through this meditation only. So my dear friends, by having achieved all this is the state of mastery. When you achieve by yourself, what will happen? Your physical life becomes always joyful. You never worry about anything. Whatever you are a shoemaker, you are a painter, you are an engineer, you are a doctor, whatever it may be, it doesn't bother you. It doesn't bother you. You never ever have any kind of a unnecessary cravings. You'll be always happy. You'll be always happy whatever you are, whichever the position you are. You'll be completely contented person once you become a master of your own mind through the meditation. Once you become a master of your mind, master of your life, my dear friends, you will be you will become, you'll become enlightened, you'll become self-realized. That is the state everyone has to achieve in this own life, my dear friends. So let me show you some of the benefits of meditation, and then so we'll also try to understand what is vegetarianism, what is swadhyaya required, why is swadhyaya required, why the pyramid power is required. Let's understand through the PPT also some more points. Okay, right. Right. Friends, so we have gone through all these things, like what are the schedules of every day, we know very well. And these are the general instructions which I kept it here. It means while attending this program, 9 p.m. at 9 p.m., so have a light food by 8 p.m. and participate in the session every day. That's the one instruction. Choose the same place at your home to attend the class on every day. One place you choose, from that same place, keep sitting the same place and start attending these classes, which will give you more effect. Do not eat any non-vegetarian food for these 21 days. Surely you will get the highest benefit. You will receive amazing benefits. So stop doing it. Keep bottle of drinking water. You can keep drinking water now and then during the session. It's very, very helpful. Try to attend the 21 days in Zoom to get the maximum benefit of this course. Especially friends, many people who join the WhatsApp, we observe. So though these sessions are free, right? That's why we get number of people also less. So in fact, that is how this physical world has become. So if they pay, what happened? They try to come to the session every day. So when we say that the free classes, they won't value it. So though the wisdom is highest wisdom we say every day, so that's what our Guruji taught us. We need to say the highest form of spiritual wisdom at no cost. That's what we do sincerely. Our sincere our sincere effort will be there in order to educate you the complete spiritual wisdom end to end. So that's what we do throughout 21 days. So we request all the people who joined the WhatsApp need to come to the Zoom session in order to get the all the benefits. Okay. Now you need to keep your audio muted during the session. You can raise your hand for any queries. These are the general instructions, right? So now these are the 21. These are the total full day today's complete schedule of the topics, my dear friends. So now we understood why to do meditation. So we have understood very clearly, we want to become the master of our life. We want to become the master of our mind. Once we become a master of our mind and master of our life, we will never be, we will never fall sick. We will never get trapped in the materialistic, materialistic world because of anything, because of any situations. We will be always eternally happy. We'll be always blissful. Out of any odds, everybody will face odds, especially friends. Even the great masters, right? Great masters, though they are, of course, though they don't have much materialistic education, but they have studied themselves some absolutely. Because they have studied themselves absolutely, what will happen? They are the master of their own self. Okay, that's all. That's all. That's the state we all need to achieve. This life or next life, we must achieve this. Because of what happened, we all trapped in this materialistic world. We are completely confused and misled by the physical circumstances, and our own materialistic world has misguided us so badly that we are unable to recognize our own self. We never studied ourselves. We forgot ourselves. We forgot ourselves, but we are experts on all other sciences, outside sciences, but of no use. What happens? Let me tell you. So even the great musician or a great poet, he gets into so much unhappiness whenever he get a kind of a bad results. If suppose if he got failed, if a great engineer, if a great businessman got failed in a business, what happened? He get into unhappiness. He get into depression, sickness. So a lot of things happens. So where does the all education gone? So all this education is not able to help him. Is not able to prevent him not to enter into the deep sickness or so-called depression, anxiety, or depression, whatever it may be, disappointment, getting into the so many diseases. All these things are not prevented with his own materialistic education. So that is why we need to study ourselves first. If we study ourselves, what is first of all our own physical body? We don't have much awareness. Inside our physical body, let's say if you buy a car, what happened? You are going to study about the car so deeply. What are the functionalities of the car, inside, outside, everything you try to understand. There is a manual given very much for every item, for every particular item. There is a manual given, isn't it? So such is the kind of description given for every a physical object. Why not for our physical body? Why not for our inner being, all the inner bodies? We are not able to. We never spend time in order to understand. Our school has not taught, our parents have not taught, our colleges, universities, nowhere this teaching is going on. That's how what happened, friends. We never recognize the importance of our self study, our self wisdom. We never understood, we never tried. Now, through this session, this is the first day of session, is going to inculcate, it's going to educate you on the self wisdom every day in day, every day wise, we'll be giving a lot of wisdom. Then you'll be able to grow further and you become a expert, you become a master of your own mind and your own life. So then you'll be always happy in spite of several difficulties, odds and failures, and so whatever mishaps, whatever it may be, anything may happen in the life, doesn't matter. But our happiness should not be deprived. We got to be happy all the time, right? We need to be a witness for everything, my dear friends. Since we are we came here, we came to Earth planet just for a temporary travel. We come here and we go back. We are not going to be here permanently, my dear friends. Anybody it may be, for that matter, any kind of a person. He may be in any position, he may be in any power. Doesn't matter. He has to go. He has to go back. So that is the reason we never need to be unhappy. Always we have to be happy. For that, you need the self-wisdom. Without self-wisdom, your mind, especially your mind, can never allow you to be happy all the time. That's not possible, right? So that's all we need to achieve. We'll achieve through these 21 days classes, my dear friends. Now, so let's understand. We understood the meditation procedure and benefits, of course. So all many benefits are there. I might have already told you so many benefits. Some more benefits will cover, and especially friends. So they become vegetarian. So especially so in this part of spirituality, you got to be a vegetarian. It is the natural quality, the minimum eligibility in order to lead your spiritual life. In order to understand the spiritual wisdom, you need to be a minimal qualification is spiritual, vegetarianism. So vegetarian food is the natural food always. Try to understand. In the vegetarian food also, you must always consume the natural food. Okay, and especially not growing with the chemical food. So when you become vegetarian, what happens is, of course, two things are there, two benefits are there. Our physical body is designed for vegetarian food. Okay, it's not designed for non-vegetarian food. We are the herbivorous animal. We are not the carnivorous animal. We don't have our tooth, tooth are not, very sharp. And especially our nails also not sharp. So if you observe any kind of a non-vegetarian animal, right? So a tooth and the so-called the nails, they are very sharp. They pluck everything, isn't it? So that is the kind of a nature of the physical body constitution. Our physical body constitution is for vegetarians only. And as well, my dear friends, for any taste of your tongue, if you kill an animal, if you eat any flesh, the flesh of any physical body, any of the animal, even including eggs, what happens is you are going to create a negative karma. So as per the spirituality, I am so parmo dharmaha, dharmo rakshati rakshati. That means I am so parmo dharma. Very, very important. And also, whenever you become a spiritual person, spiritual master, the aim of our life is what? Becoming a spiritual master, right? Like Vivekananda, like Ramakrishna Paramsa, like so Anivishant, and like Ramana Maharshi. So to become like that, that is the goal of every human life, my dear friends. In this life or many lives, you come back and become a spiritual master. Doesn't matter. In which life you are going to become, you got to become a physical spiritual master. Otherwise, there is no question of leaving you. You are not going to you are not going to be relieved from the birth and death cycle. You will be always under the so-called law of incarnation. You are under the purview of law of incarnation. You will be always governed by law of karma siddhanta. It happens like that. So that is why to escape, to go out of all these things, you have to become a spiritual master in this life or any other life. Definitely you got to become. Yes. So that's why. So vegetarian is going to help you so much for the your own spiritual journey. You'll be having a better spiritual journey, and the faster growth of spirituality will happen when you become a vegetarian, and your number of karmas will be reduced because of being vegetarian. So that's why it is very must, the so-called, right? So-called this vegetarianism. And also, friends, every day you need to do swadhyaya, right? Vegetarianism is, the minimal basic quality. That's what I try to explain you. Every day we need to do swadhyaya. What is swadhyaya, friends? Swadhyaya means self-study, studying ourselves. Studying ourselves is so-called, what is that? Swadhyaya. And also studying the various spiritual books written by great masters of India, ancient India, and even Western masters are there. Western masters, so like Anibisent, Leadbeater, so they have written so many books, right? So Ruth Montgomery and Louis Lay, right? And so-called Raymond Moody, they have written so many books. All these great masters, Linda Goodman, Gundrija. So there are great masters who have written great books. So you need to read all those books. And our Eastern masters like Autobiography Yogi, great book. Our Guruji has read one powerful book, the wonderful book before his enlightenment. That's called You Forever, written by Lobsang Rampa. He's a Tibetan monk. You Forever, You Are Forever, right? So that's the book he has written. That's the book he has read before his enlightenment in 1976, my dear friends. So so there are great books are there. You got to read all these books. Every book is going to give you the much more enlightenment. Let me tell you, which is going to give highest amount of wisdom for you. They'll share the great experience of those masters, which will give a lot of answers for your questions in this life. Okay, so that's why. So read many books as much as possible, right? And also Sajjana Sangatya. So you got to spend good time with the seekers of the truth or the masters of the truth. Already who achieved the truth, right? Who achieved the truth, who are living with the truth, with those people. If you start spending more time, then we'll also get faster growth in spirituality. So that's how you'll become a master, the faster. So you become so your speed of becoming a spiritual master or becoming a master will be much hastened up. Okay, that's why. So this Sajjan Sangat is also essential. Now, what is pyramid power? So let's understand the pyramid power also, my dear friends. So now, so we understood, right? All the right? The benefits of meditation, there are many more other benefits are there. So as we keep on discussing here, sleep time reduces, right? More quality of relationship will be there. Increased willpower, willpower will be much increased because of, your own inner energy is more by doing meditation, isn't it? And also knowledge of right or wrong. So that will be greatly decided. And you will, because you have much more intellect, your spiritual intellect is increased because of meditation. You will have the power of, deciding which is wrong, which is right. Understanding the purpose of life. What is my purpose of life? Understanding every life will have some design while coming down to the earth planet. So that will be understood only through meditation. So mind becomes more joyful and more powerful. All the wasteful habits will die, right? Memory power will be enhanced so much. All the diseases are healed faster. Work becomes more effective. Work becomes more effective. So because of meditation, my dear friends. So now, when you understand the pyramid, what is pyramid? Pyramid is the sacred geometry on this earth planet, my dear friends. So especially I told you during the sleep, during the sound sleep, you receive a lot of cosmic energy that's going to recharge your physical body. Like how you are going to recharge every day, night, the battery of your phone, you recharge it and next day you'll be using it, isn't it? Same way, our own physical body, we need to recharge during the night in the deep sleep. So without that, definitely you are not able to work next day, my dear friends. That's how what happens. So you receive a lot of cosmic energy in the so-called the from the astral worlds. You receive a lot of cosmic energy. So in the deep sleep. Similarly, when you meditate under the pyramid, you receive 3 times more cosmic energy. Try to understand. So that is why this may, especially a pyramid. Pyramid is a cosmic, the cosmic structure or a sacred geometry, the kind of a structure what you see here. Or the four triangles are fixed to the apex at the common point. All these are four isosceles triangles. Okay, all are equal triangles. They are fixed to the one point, common point called apex. So from then, all the four triangles are fixed, and this is how what happened. The base of the pyramid, height of the pyramid, slope of the pyramid, all that depends. So especially you are seeing here, Egypt Giza pyramids. When we say pyramid means what happened, we recognize that there is a Giza pyramid, isn't it? So Giza pyramid, whatever the golden angle, that's called slope of the pyramid. Well, see, from the base, what is the slope of each triangle, right? Each face of the triangle. So that is called slope of the pyramid. So that is where the golden angle of the pyramid is decided. That is 51 degrees, 52 minutes, 10 seconds. That is the real angle required for every pyramid to construct. Then only it will receive huge amount of cosmic energy. Friends, any other structure of the buildings will not receive as much as the energy what is received by the pyramid. That is the difference. So almost 3 times more energy will be received by so-called pyramid. That is why most of the places, any places, wherever in your house, in your office, everywhere. So try to use these more pyramids. Then you receive a lot of cosmic energy. That cosmic energy is going to nullify any kind of negative vibrations within your house. In fact, under the pyramid, if you sit and do meditation, your meditation becomes, more effective, 3 times more effective, 3 times more stronger when you do meditation under the pyramid. That's how. So there are many pyramids. Of course, there are many pyramids which are provided by Mahavatar Foundation from Bangalore. So there are many, all this, so this PPT will be forwarded to you. Please go through this variety of pyramids. So even if you get a eyesight problem, even eyesight problem will be corrected with the eye pyramids. Knee pains are there. For knee pain also there is a pyramid. For a water, on the top of water, you can keep a pyramid. So that is going to energize the water. So the water becomes energized water because of the pyramid, isn't it? So likewise, and even in the farming also, we can use the pyramids. We have some separate pyramids designed for that. We can use some pyramids in the car itself. We can use, and you can use pyramid hanging in the house, and then under that you can sit and do meditation. Pyramid chains are there, right? So many types of pyramids are there, which you please go through, right? You'll understand. This is about pyramid, right, friends? So you can, so this is the pyramid. So try to use it more and more for your day-to-day purposes.